and welcome back to Ember May's Cozy Corner. I'm Ember May, author of the 10-book series, The Veronica Swift Mysteries. I write cozy mysteries that, where homicide, mayhem, and pet hijinks collide. And today, I am going to be talking to you about my next series that I'm going to be writing. So, the month of July is coming upon us very quickly. I am going to be working on my second series in this pen name. And so, there's a little bit of backstory with this series. It started off as a plot idea. I've been working on it since October of 2023, when I finished the Veronica Swift Mysteries. I finished that in October, beginning of October. I then tried very, very hard to outline and plan Dahlia Thorne from the Veronica Swift Mysteries as the protagonist for this series. That did not work at all. I think it's 9 months. It was from October to just last week. I spent time, not as much time as I usually do writing because I had the Kickstarter in between, but I spent a lot of time trying to get Dahlia to be the main character. And every time I tried to build her backstory, build her character, it blew out the wrong way, and her arc never solidified for me. And it happened that I was talking to my friend 2 weeks ago now, actually, about a scenario that would happen to me and my family with a colostomy bag. Basically, we're very clumsy, and so there was this situation that could happen with a colostomy bag in which we trip and fall and end up with someone else's excrement all over ourselves. And so we kind of riffed off that idea for Ronnie, and my friend was like, "Are you gonna write another Ronnie book so you can put this in? Who would you be changing the colostomy bag for?" And I told her, I'm like, "No, it wouldn't be a Ronnie book. Ronnie's done. But it could be this nurse, and it could be a meet cute." And so we went through this whole scenario, and lo and behold, this nurse is actually supposed to be my new main character, and thus she was created. After I got off the phone with my friend, later that night actually, I was talking to my mom about the conversation, and she's like, "Oh, well then her name should be Sirena." And now her name is Sirena. Sirena means mermaid in Chamorro. Her full name is Sirena Cruz. The series will be called the Sirena Cruz Mysteries. She is a half Chamorro, half Caucasian individual, and she is second gen raised in the US. So she was not raised on Guam, but she has visited Guam to visit family. Her best friend is Gabby Okai, who is half Korean, half Caucasian, and so Gabby calls her Fish because her name means mermaid, and in retaliation, Sirena calls Gabby Babel. And all of this stuff just started popping in my head as soon as we gave a name to Sirena. So it was really eye-opening to me to be like, you've had the wrong protagonist for a really long time. I also realized through talking about it and what happened, that Dahlia already had her complete arc, the true arc that would be hers in a story that I would write. Her arc would be going from isolated individual to a group of friends, which she already accomplished in the main book that she's part of, book 6, in the Veronica Swift Mysteries. She fully joined the Vermont gang in that book. So it was false for me to try and replicate that in Rhode Island. But we can still see Dahlia because Dahlia's store is in Rhode Island. So she has a fudge shop that Serena and Gabby can go visit. And we might even see Ronnie there. So that'll be fun. It'll still be a way to tie in my old series with my new series, which is exciting for me because I wasn't really ready to let all of those characters go, but I knew they were ready to move on from all of the crazy mysteries that just kept popping up in their little section of the world. So it was time to end that craziness for them, but we will still see them, and they're still really good at solving mysteries, so they might just find themselves helping Sirena out. Who knows? So yeah, Serena's story is going to be based on a plot idea that I had a while back now, where it was a spin on the inheritance trope. So I always like these wacky inheritance trope ones where like they inherit the house from somebody that they met for 5 minutes, stuff like that, where it takes the usual inheritance and kind of flips it on its head, and then there's this innate mystery about why did they choose that person. So in this inheritance trope series, it's Alice Belford is the matriarch of the Belford Mansion, which is situated around Cliff Walk in downtown Newport, Rhode Island, which is where you have like I think it's the Cliff Breaker or the Breaker Mansion. You have Vanderbilt Mansion. You have a couple of other ones. I love those so much. I used to live in Newport, Rhode Island, and it was amazing. I loved going to the mansions, and so this is kind of like me wish fulfillment as well, because I think it's cool to own a mansion over there. I also know that it's probably not, because it's full of tourists. But she owns a mansion in that area, and her nurse is Sirena. Sirena has been her nurse for 5 years, and at the start of the series, Alice dies. Alice then bequeaths the mansion, the money, everything to Sirena. Well, aside from a few like very personal items that she gives to her other employees. She gives everything to Sirena, including Alice's granddaughter, Wren. So Wren is a 12-year-old girl who sees Sirena like a big sister. So it's not that huge of a stretch for like Wren to want Sirena to be her guardian, especially since the other option is going to live with her other grandparents in Europe, who she has never met. At least not in a time that like she remembers meeting them. She did meet them, but she was like 1. And it was before her dad died. So the reason Sirena is inheriting her as like part of the whole thing is Wren's mom was killed in a car accident. Now, officially it has been deemed an accident, but Alice Belford is convinced that it was a murder and that she was also murdered. And she is tasking Sirena with finding who killed them. That is the final, like, that's the twist, is she has to, like, she will inherit everything without any strings attached if she solves the murder and becomes Wren's guardian until she turns 18. So that is the like whole plot of the series, and I'm really excited to write it because the people that die in each individual book, because there will be someone else besides Alice that dies in the first book, they're all connected to Rose's death. They all have a piece of information that if they all put it together would solve Rose's death, and they don't know it, and the people, like, when they're getting murdered, it's not the same murderer. So, like, they're being killed for other reasons. which is super fun, and it's going to be challenging as an author to write, but I'm excited and looking forward to doing it. So I hope this has been like a good little teaser for you guys. I will be doing some writing vlogs next month because I'm going to be writing these 5 screenplays. I'm also doing this writing retreat with my group, Deactivated Authors, where we're gonna be going from the Shire to Mordor in minutes. So we're gonna be doing like a Loader themed writing retreat the first weekend of July, and I'm super excited for it. So yeah, I will be definitely be doing some writing vlogs for that writing retreat and possibly throughout the month. Those might be the videos that you get. There might be extra videos. It really depends on what my bandwidth is. And I can't tell you that at this point, because if I really get in the zone, I want to get these books done, because the next Kickstarter is coming, which is what some of the videos you will start seeing are going to be about, is the final Kickstarter, getting all 10 of the Sirena Cruz Mysteries into paperbacks and into foil. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope to see you there as well. I hope that you have a fabulous day, that you enjoy the rest of your week, and please look at being the light that the world needs, because we can always use a little more brightness. Alright, I will see you next time. Have a fabulous day.